was just a kid, I'd sit in front of the TV, watching all those superheroes and wishing it was me.
A friend of mine who owns the Triad Theater, and he suggested to me, you know who you look like? And I said, no, who? And he said, Iken Koloff. And I was like, who's that? You know, it seems he's a champion wrestler. He beat Bruno Sammartino back in the 70s, and then he became a tag team champion with his nephew. So he pulls up the picture on the phone and he shows me. You can see facially there's a lot of similarity, especially when he got older. He always had shaved head. So I found out that he just recently passed away the year before. And then I don't know, the idea just like popped into my head. The wheels started turning very quickly.
Save your life! No way!
But the more research I do about the wrestling environment and life and what wrestlers go through, there's a lot of empathy and there's also a lot of concern, because I realize these wrestlers really put themselves through hell, and a lot of times end up very damaged, you know, and spend a lot of time after they retire recovering, either physically, psychologically, sometimes recovering from substance abuse. There doesn't seem to be a lot of concern about a wrestler's life, from what I gather from listening to some of the wrestlers talk about their lives and what they're committed to, what they've given their lives to. Okay? So I would like people to understand what the challenges and perils of what a wrestler goes through. So I said to myself, well, you know, I wrestle with life. I wrestle with business. I also had struggled in some ways a while ago with recovery myself. You can relate as an individual coming from somewhere, having a dream and going after that dream, and you don't know what lies ahead and what that's going to entail and what challenges and what you're going to encounter. So yes, there were many things that I could find affinities with or relate to that I had to make use of when adapting or engaging myself in playing this character.
Rockquiem is a rock musical carnival about a champion wrestler named Iken Koloff, a dramatic parody inspired by the legendary wrestler Ivan Koloff.
We give ourselves, he gave himself, to things unknowingly or not really knowing what that was going to entail, what roads that was going to lead him down, what would happen, what he would need to do or what he'd choose to do in order to keep it going. You know, we all face those challenges, we make choices, and then sometimes realize later they catch up to us, they weren't the best choices for us. You know, so.
See, I'll be what you want me to be. The darkness will turn to light. I'm yours.
I wrote this in 8 months. Of course, I still have a lot of revisions to do, but I thought I had written enough and also incorporated the music of Eddie Starr, who's a friend of mine. Eddie Starr's music is punk rock. And I thought it would be a good, compatible form of music to complement the grittiness of the wrestling environment, you know, the roughness and the virileness and the blood and the sweat and the rage. I was going through his music, and he had 6 and 7 songs that were really be very easily adapted to what I was writing, and it came together in such a way like it felt fateful.
This is a new way for people to sort of reconnect with these songs that really have not been heard before. I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Yeah,
it's a different experience.
That's been a process, hasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's very different.
Trying to get
Very different. You know, it's always an exploration and discovery process. You know, as you learn more, as you read more, Didn't mean I have to get everything right. I mean, I don't know what right is in terms of that, but I could create something and explore and discover and engage in something. And that to me seemed really exciting.